We are the Colorado Springs Police Department. The men and women who make up this department work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Our service, our dedication, our mission never stops. Since 1901, the Colorado Springs Police Department has served this community. As the Chief of Police, I can never forget those 8 officers who formed the department 120 years ago. They stood for a stronger and safer community. Their legacy still lives on in the actions of officers today. My name is Vince Niski, and I have the privilege of being the Colorado Springs Police Department's Chief of Police. I come from a military family. My dad was in the Air Force and we moved to Colorado Springs in 1970. So I've been a member of this community for over 50 years. Joined the police department in February of 1989 and have been a member of this department for over 32 years. I can't imagine being another place. I love being part of CSPD. I love doing police work. As chief, I don't get an opportunity to do as much as I'd like, but this has been a great opportunity for me to run what I think is one of the best departments in the country. We used to do our community academies in person. Obviously in 2020, COVID had a big impact on how we did that. We didn't have an academy last year. We started having discussions here about how can we put the academies back into our community. And COVID really gave us the idea of putting them online. And we really believe it's more beneficial to the community to put them online because what it does is give you the option to attend those academy classes at your own pace. You can do them when you want to. You don't have to show up to a class every Thursday for 9 weeks. You can also pick and choose which pieces of the academy you want to look at first. So there is no real order once we get all of those up and on our website. So we really listen to you, the public, that you're interested in learning about us, but we've actually expanded that program by putting them online so you have access to them whenever you want access. As Chief of Police, I have numerous responsibilities, both for the community and for the department. My main responsibility is to ensure that the Colorado Springs Police Department is providing the necessary services to our community members. I have a responsibility to the employees as well. I want to ensure that I facilitate all of their needs to ensure that they can fulfill the needs that they have to the community. And really, when I view myself as chief of the Colorado Springs Police Department, I don't see myself on top. I see myself on the bottom of a pyramid. I'm really at the bottom of the pyramid trying to again, facilitate all the needs of everybody above me to ensure that they have what they need to do the job that they need to do. The department is broken down into 3 bureaus: patrol, investigations, and operations support, each of which is headed by a deputy chief. The patrol bureau is comprised of the 4 geographically located police substations. The officers of the patrol bureau are responsible for carrying out the CSPD's day-to-day mission of responding to calls for service and patrolling the city. The Investigative and Special Operations Bureau is broken into 3 divisions. The officers and civilians who make up these divisions conduct the majority of investigations into crimes against persons, conduct motorcycle traffic enforcement, and handle many serious critical incidents and special events, as well as narcotics and vice investigations for the Pikes Peak region, and more. The Operations Support Bureau is comprised of 4 divisions. These various units provide critical support to our department. Some include the Communication Center, Public Information Office, and more. Then, our Human Resources Department and Fiscal Services report directly to the Office of the Chief of Police. In total, with these 3 bureaus, we have about 700 sworn officers and 300 civilian employees. Each employee, sworn or civilian, has an important role to play in our department. We want to serve our community. It's about service, it's not about a job. We're part of our community. We live next door to you. We shop at the same stores you shop at. We're members and we belong here. We chose to be here. We chose to work for the Colorado Springs Police Department, and we chose to work for you, our community. It really is, if I had to say one thing about my career, this is really a second family to me. Together, we are the Colorado Springs Police Department.
We are the Colorado Springs Police Department.
We are the Colorado Springs Police Department.
Wir sind die Polizei für Colorado Springs.
We are the Colorado Springs Police Department.
We are Colorado Springs Politi.
We are the Colorado Springs Police Department.
Somos el Departamento de Policía de Colorado Springs.
We are the Colorado Springs Police Department.
พวกเราคือตำรวจของ Colorado Springs.
We are the Colorado Springs Police Department.
We are the Colorado Springs Police Department.
We are the Colorado Springs Police Department.